Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're doing our weekly tarot card reading for the week of March 22nd through 28th, 2026 for the whole collective. So this is for everybody. So let's see what's going on for us collective for this upcoming week. So I just want to remind you that if you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so that you get future videos I put out. I just did the spring equinox reading that covers the whole month of spring. Oh, hold on. All right, drop the cards. Covered the whole month of spring and the whole 3 months. And I do one for every season. That came out just a couple days ago. So I believe it was on the 18th. So if you haven't seen it yet, go back and check it out. And I do special readings when I'm called by spirit to do them. I just kind of follow spirit, so to speak, on the direction on when to do those readings. They I'm definitely feeling pulled to do a lot more like twin flame and starseed readings moving forward this year. So you'll be seeing more of those as special readings as well. Maybe not on a monthly basis, but we'll definitely be checking in on the energy for those groups as well, because it's going to be relevant to what's going on throughout the world for this year, 2026. So I'm feeling very pushed to do those this year. And also hit that like button so that this goes out to other people that need to see it, because on YouTube, if you hit the like button, they send it out to more people. So more people will see the information, and it also helps the channel to grow. And also take what resonates in this reading and leave behind what doesn't. It might resonate with you all the way through, or it might not, just depends. And I have to apologize. I've been dancing with the sun this morning on trying to get the lighting right in here, because as you can see behind me, I've got these big windows behind me, which I love the windows, but it makes it kind of awkward, with lighting sometimes in here, because I know I look very, like, I can tell I look very washed out, but that's just the way, because of the way the sun's coming in. And you can see my glass, you can see the sun hitting the glass. So yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I've messed around with it for a while trying to get it, and this is better than what it was as far as the lighting. So I'm not quite as washed out as I was. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. So, what is the energy for the collective for the week of March 22nd through 28th, 2026? What is the energy for the collective? March 22nd through 28th, 2026. Okay. So let's see what's going on. All right, we got the Six of Cups. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Five of Wands. We got the Temperance. Ooh, Temperance has been coming out through all these readings for this week. We got the Four of Wands. That one's been coming out too. The Eight of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay. So let's see if I can try to get this on them. I have a little cloth that I have them on, and I'm trying to set it up so I can see it easily for y'all. So coming into this week, we definitely, and I hope you can see that with the sun, the sun coming in, but we definitely have some like contentious energy around us. And this is in the past position. So we're either, experiencing it now, or we have in the past. But you can see they're all like, hitting each other with the wands there. So it's like there's a lot of contention, a lot of arguing. I'm hearing like miscommunication, like, a lot of, fighting coming going on. And yeah, a lot of contention. Then I'm hearing the word like ego. So I don't know, like, if you're dealing with people that are very egotistical, or there's a lot of ego, and that's what's driving this desire to be contentious. So that's in the past position, and that's kind of, what you've been dealing with coming into this week. But in the current energy for the collective, there's there's somebody in your life that is bringing in like a fresh perspective. It's kind of like they're coming into your life like a flower, and I'm seeing a flower. That's what I'm hearing. It's like they're being very kind and loving, and it can very well be somebody from the past, that you've known, that maybe they come back into your life and they're like offering like love and kindness. And if you notice, like, and it's like loving kindness to help you with whatever's going on with this contention. So it could be like a family member, a sibling or a cousin or someone maybe that, you've known for a long time, or somebody, or maybe you haven't heard from them for a while. They come back into your life and they're offering you like love and kindness. But it's definitely, someone from the past. It could also be like a past love relationship, is what I'm hearing. That maybe it's like if it is a past or love relationship, it's somebody that you haven't talked to for a while, maybe a couple years, or at least a couple months. But it's like, I feel like it's more like years. It's like somebody that you haven't had contact with for a while, and they're coming back to help you kind of deal with that situation. Um, you're definitely, because of this contention that you've been dealing with in the past, it's like the situation, you've definitely had to be defensive. Because if you see, he's in that defensive stance and he's got that wand across his chest, and those wands are coming at him, and he's holding his ground. So you've definitely had to hold your ground with all this energy going on, that you were kind of, it's like I see a woman and she's sitting in a chair, and it's like this tornado of contention around her, like people fighting, or it's like all this stuff's going around her and she's like in the middle of it. And she's just sitting there. Nothing's hurting her, touching her, but it's like it was like it was in your environment, is what they're saying and showing me. It's like it was all around you. But it wasn't really, it was affecting you, but maybe not directly affecting you, but it was all around you. But you definitely have to be in a defensive stance to kind of fight against this, is what they're saying. To fight against whatever this contention was coming from. You have to stand up for yourself. And this person this person coming in from the past, or potential past person that's showing you love and kindness, it's like they're going to help you with this being defensive, and like standing up for yourself against this crazy contention environment that you were dealing with. Like they're going to help you with that. um it's definitely happening in divine timing. Like it's time for you to get out of this environment, whatever this was. It's like, yep, time's up, time to leave that behind. And the divine is helping you. They're guiding you, they're helping you through it, and it's happening in divine timing. Like it's time for you get away from that. It's like time's up, done putting up with it, time to move on. It's like you've put up with it long enough. But your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your spirit team can be anybody. It can be like ancestors that have passed and they're on the other side. It could be, angels, archangels. It could be galactics if you're a star seed, your star seed family. So it could be anybody. But it's like they're high dimensional, high vibrational entities are helping you. Um, by guiding you in different ways, and they work as a team, and they're helping you and they're working with the divine too, because, divine obviously wants to help us. And our spirit team works with the divine to help that happen. So not only is it happening in divine timing for you to get out of this environment, but it's also like orchestrated by the divine to help you get out of it. And your spirit team's like guiding you and helping you. And they could be doing that in numerous ways, like working with your intuition, through dreams and such like that. So this is the current energy I have for us as a collective. That's all the current energy. So that's all happening right now. And I feel like this person from the past, and I see him in the next row, or this person, like I said, it could have been like an old love relationship, or it could be, like a family member. They're they're a part. They were brought in at this time to help you deal with this. Like the universe brought them in. Your spirit team helped. And it's like they pushed them to come into your life at this time to help you through this process. And they're going to be a key figure in helping you heal and get out of this situation, is what I'm being told. And that's so they had to come in, to help you. And in the near future, you're going to come at the end of this journey with this contention. Now, for some of you, if this is a love relationship, that this person from the past was like a past, love relationship. For some of you, I'm hearing that it's like a second time around for this relationship. And for some of you, it's going to be, if you decide that you want this and this is what you want, some of you will choose not to do this, but if it's what you want, it's going to be like a second time for this relationship. And this experience with them helping you through this is going to help bring you and this person from the past back together. Like it's going to help, I'm hearing it's going to help heal things from the past. It's going to help like bring in a second chance, because they're coming back into your life and there's like a second chance brewing that if you want it, it's there with this person. So for some of you, it's going to, it's definitely marking the end of this situation with the contention, but it can morph this relationship into a more committed. So you could get married to this person, or just decide that want to revisit the relationship and do like a long-term committed relationship or in a partnership. But you're definitely like, it's like it's coming back around for review. And it's like they're saying the divine timing goes to this relationship too. So one of the advice cards I have, and I'm going to bring this up because it goes with what I'm saying. Here's this person. This person is King of Cups. Now it could be a woman, doesn't have to be a man, but I'm just going to say he because it's a man on the card. But that's this person from the past if it's a love relationship. Now if it's not, and you're dealing with a family member or a friend from the past, they have this King of Cups kind of archetypal energy to them, where they're very loving and kind and nurturing, but wise and intelligent like a king. But if it's a past love person, and I feel for some of you it's going to be, that's helping you through this, it's like what they're telling me is that person has like changed since you've known them, and they've kind of become the King of Cups. So maybe in the past they were like a Knight of Cups, maybe hot and cold, in and out of your life. They didn't quite know what they wanted. Maybe they didn't want to commit. Maybe they were kind of a game player in the past with that. But it's like, and you haven't talked to them in many, many years. And then now it's like when they come back into your life, it's like they've grown and matured and are now much more emotionally mature, much more ready for a relationship. It's like they've changed a lot and they've become this King of Cups. And that's another reason why they're saying like divine timing. That's another reason why they came into your life at this time, because they're now a different person, because they've grown into this King of Cups. And it was like, now they're saying for some of you, now it was the right time for them to come back in, because who they were in the past, they couldn't give you the relationship that you deserved or wanted, because they weren't there yet, like emotionally maturity wise, like they just weren't there. But they needed those couple years to really grow and grow up, so to speak. And now they're coming back to you with this King of Cups energy in this new way. And it's like divinely guided that they come back at this time because they've grown. So it's kind of like the universe is like, okay, well, this relationship could have worked in the past if it was different, right? But it didn't. But now this person's grown and changed. So let's bring them back into their life, and give it another chance. And I feel like, okay, what I'm hearing is they're coming back into your life for another chance if you want it. But remember, you've got free will, so you could decide like, yeah, I don't want to revisit this situation with this person. Like, I'm not interested in another chance. But for some of you, you're going to be interested in it and you're going to be willing to give them another chance. But it's like the universe is bringing them back into your life with that option that, if you want, and you decide, you can take it to the next level with this person, and it can become a Four of Wands type relationship. Because now that this person's the King of Cups, It's like they're a different person. Now they can give you, because they've grown up emotionally and they're emotionally mature, and they're wiser, they're more grown, they've been through experiences. Now they're ready and able to give you the type of relationship that you always wanted and deserved. Like, now they're able to do that. They couldn't do it in the past, but now they can. And that's why they're coming back around. Now, if this is like someone like like a family member or friend from the past, like I said, they have this archetypal type energy to them, and that's how they are. And they're coming in as a King of Cups with that type of archetype. And it's just like the end of the journey of this contention, but it's like the beginning of a beautiful new relationship with this past person. If it's like a family member or friend and it's not romantic, it's like it's like it's like they're coming back into your life, and same kind of thing. It's like it's a new beginning with this person. So maybe you had a fallout with them in the past, or things just kind of fizzled out, and they're coming back in, and now you can have a nice, beautiful, like substantial relationship with them. The other card I have for advice for us collective is we are definitely walking away from all this. Like, we're done with this contention and craziness and, all the drama and chaos. Like, we're like, yeah, we don't. You're walking away from that. And look, you're not even looking back, man. You're like done. You got these cups here and you're like, I'm leaving them behind. You're out of here. You're walking away. So, and it's like you're meant to walk away from that, because being in that environment is going to do nothing positive for you. It's all it's going to do is like keep you in this low vibrational place, because even if you're a high vibrational person, if you're around in an environment all the time that's low vibrational, that's going to keep you from ascending. Basically, it's going to keep you at a certain level energetically, because that negativity is going to really hamper what you can do with your vibration. It's going to have a negative effect on it. So you are walking away from this, which is good. You're leaving it behind. And you are definitely, going to have to probably be defensive in the process, like as you're walking away from it, because, the people in this situation, they're probably not going to be happy you're walking away. So you're going to have to be defensive about your decision and be like, nope, you're standing up for yourself. Like, this is what you need to do. So there might be some pushback that you get, but you're going to be defensive. But I do feel like whoever this, whether it's a romantic partner or not, this past person is going to help you with this. They're going to help give you like emotional support. They're going to help you, to feel strong and confident in order to be defensive. They're going to help you get out of this situation and walk away from it. And they're going to be a big part of helping you achieve that and ending that journey with that past situation, with that contention. And it's like, I'm hearing it's like you're starting a new cycle, starting a new life, and you're getting rid of all this chaos and drama, whatever this was. It's like you're leaving that in the past, and what you're going to is going to be much more peaceful and loving and much more positive than what you were dealing with. So that's what I have for us as a collective. And it's funny because this week, this is the last reading I did for the week. This is the the last one of all the lists. And it's like what's amazing is of all this week, for this week, it's all been a similar theme of, leaving things behind that are no longer in alignment with us, leaving situations behind, major life changes happening, but it's all for our betterment. Like, over and over this week, I've seen, in every reading, it's like leaving things behind that aren't good, but it's for our greater good that it happens, and then much better things coming in the place of it in our life. So major life changes, major upheavals, major things happening, but it's all for our betterment, and it's all going to be better for us, in the long run. And we're going to be a much better place in the long run too. So that's what I have for us as a collective. Kind of a deep reading, but I've, like I said, this whole week's been like that. This every weekly reading this week's been like that. But and I do feel like, we're still in that eclipse energy, that we just had those eclipses. The one was in February. We had a solar eclipse in February. We had a lunar eclipse, earlier March, and that energy lasts for months. So I feel like there's a lot of energy coming into the planet that's influencing these things to happen. And if you go back, I did the astrology report for March, and I do one at the beginning of every month. And I just hit like the major highlights of astrology because there's a lot of stuff happening. So I hit like the major transits. And going back and looking at that, you might see that a lot of that you do will, because I can remember that a lot of the transits I was talking about correlate with what's going on in these readings, where a lot of changes, upheavals, things happening. But like I said, it's like shaking things up in our life, but it's for the better, and on a global scale too. So that's what I have for us. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.